morning everyone. So this is a tutorial on how to cut a palazzo trouser. So the first thing you need to do is to fold your fabric into two like so. Then the next thing to do is to put your tape rule out by 2 inches for the band. Then after that, to get your hip line, this is a hip line 9 inches and a crotch line 11. How I got this 11, I divided my hip by 4 and I had 11 inches here. So you now add like half inch to it for stitching. The next thing you need to do is to take your hip measurement. Hip measurement is 11, you add half to it, then you now extend that 11 to the waist measurement, because you're going to have an elastic band. So now from that crotch line which you got 11 inches, you measure your thigh circumference, how wide you want the palazzo to be. So I'm making use of 15 inches here. This is 15 inches. Then from that 15 inches for that crotch line, you curve it from this 15 inches, then you curve it, let it meet this hip line. Not too deep, let the curve not to be too deep. You curve to meet this hip line. So now you have 15 inches here. You have to extend that 15 inches all the way to the length of the palazzo and you cut it out. So this is for the front pattern. So for the back pattern, you still fold your fabric into two like so. You now take the front pattern and place it on the back piece like this. So I haven't placed it like this. The next thing you need to do is to measure this crotch extension for the front. We have 3.5 here. So you need to leave 3.5 space at the top of the back pattern. 3.5 space here. So the next thing you need to do is to connect from that 3.5, you connect it to meet this crotch length for the back pattern. Then from this crotch length for the back pattern, you still measure your 15 inches. You have 15 inches here already. But since this crotch length, this crotch extension for the front is 3.5, let's make the back on 4. So we have 4 extension for the back pattern. So for this 4 extension, you now connect it to meet this hip line for the back. You need to use your ruler to draw out the hip line so that it can get to the back pattern too. So you connect it to meet this hip line for the back pattern. That is, the crotch extension for the back is always bigger than the front extension. So we have 4 inches here. You now connect it all the way, these 4 inches, to meet the length of the trouser, and you cut it out. I hope this tutorial is helpful. Kindly like, comment and share. Thank you so much.